How to tell if top mounts need replacing. In case you're asking what is a top mount, I am specifically talking about front top mounts. And essentially, a top mount is an assembly of metal and rubber components that connect the front suspension strut, which is a combined spring and shock absorber, to the bodywork, usually via the inner wing. Some top mounts come with the bearing integral into the assembly, such as most VW cars, and others come where the top mount and the bearing assembly are separate, like this Saab and this suspension strut from the Mark 6 Fiesta behind me. The top mount provides an upper spring seat, provides a connection point for the shock absorber, and the bearing allows the spring and the suspension leg to rotate to allow for steering. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about several top mount problems that can occur in pretty much any car, all or any of which can occur individually or in combination. But before we get right into it, top tip time. If you find yourself having to do a top mount replacement, or you suffer a top mount MOT failure, it's definitely best practice to replace both sides at the same time. Worn top mounts and bearings can cause problems in your car in other components. Of course, if your car fails its MOT due to a top mount, there's a time constraint because you've only got 10 days to take the car back for a free retest. In which case, yes, you might just replace the one side that's failed initially in order to get it through the MOT, but don't leave it at that. Do replace the other side as soon as is practical. Anyway, enough of my waffle. Let's get right down to the nitty-gritty. Most top mounts are made of a metal and rubber bracket system that connects to the top of the shock absorber, which in turn is encased in a metal casing that's connected directly to the body. The rubber connection between the shock and the body removes significant shock loads from hitting severe bumps in the road, but a significant problem that you can get on pretty much any top mount is that you get play between the shell and the metallastic bush in the middle. And one way to see that is bounce your car up and down, and if you can see the top mount nut on the shock absorber moving up and down in relation to the shell of the top mount, just like you see here on this one, that top mount needs replacement. It might exhibit itself on roads that have got ribs in the surface, such as concrete roads for example, where as you're driving along the car might just feel ever so slightly jiggly. That's because due to that movement, the very small amounts of movement caused by the ribs in the road are not being ironed out by the shock absorber. They're just simply being passed straight through the system to the car body. Another symptom that movement of this nature causes might be knocking, but you will tend to find that that occurs when you go over bumps that cause significant amount of suspension movement, possibly even speed bumps. Try to be sure a knocking that you can hear is definitely coming from the front. As the wheels pass over a bump, you will get the ba-bum ba-bum of each wheel hitting the bump. What you want to try and discern if the front wheel passing over the bump is the bump that's accompanied by a knocking. If you find that you're getting a knocking on a particular stretch of road with particular bumps, try and drive down that road when it's quiet. Keep your speed down. That increases the amount of time between when the front and back wheels go over the bump, and that will make it a little easier to discern the ba-bum ba-bum that now has a little time gap in it, and you should be able to hear if the knock accompanies the front wheel or the back wheel going over the bump. If it's the front wheel, there's a fair to middling chance it's your top mount. I mentioned earlier that top mounts come in two parts, the mount itself and the bearing. You can see that on this top mount, which is part of this strut off the Mark 6 Fiesta. Now, as you can see, this strut suffered a spring breakage, but the bearing is here, and normally the spring would connect with the bearing, and when the strut turns in response to the steering input, the bearing would turn, thus leaving the mount itself still in the body. However, virtually no top mounts have perfectly sealed bearings, and road dirt and water can get in them, and of course that causes corrosion. That in turn of course causes wear on the balls and the bearing races. It is possible that the bearings themselves could cause a knock because the bearings themselves become loose. But another problem that can occur with corroded bearings, when you turn the steering wheel, the spring and the strut is turning, and the bearing is supposed to allow the spring to turn. If the bearing has become rusty and contaminated and is seized, then of course that will resist the spring turning, and so what happens, it attempts to twist the spring. Now the spring doesn't like that, and what will happen probably is as the spring turns a bit, the bearing will stick, it'll get to so far, and then the force that's being transmitted will cause the bearing to snap round rotationally, and in those circumstances you'll also tend to hear a knock, but often accompanied by a bit of a twang or a boing mixed in with the knock. Often though, you can hear that effect if you just run the car at idle and then run the steering from lock to lock. Again, that means your bearing needs replacement, and if the bearing is separate to the top mount, replace the top mount as well. I mentioned earlier that wear is usually accompanied by some form of knocking noise, but that's not universally true, not necessarily the case in absolutely every possible situation. If you jack the car up a little so that you can get your hands in above the wheel, and if you can get hold of the strut and waggle it and either feel or see any movement whatsoever within the top mount system, such as in this bit of video I managed to find on the internet, your top mount needs replacing, no question. I also mentioned that as part of the strut, with the road wheel being here, bearing and the top mount of course are subject to a mixture of road dirt and water being flung up into the upper wheel arch cavity. You might as well sandblast the parts. And you can imagine that that can erode away any corrosion protection coatings, paint, whatever, and that can cause significant amounts of corrosion of any metal casing. I've painted this one before I put it onto the car, but I've seen these with horrific corrosion on them. Just look at them from the top and from underneath if you can, and if they are badly corroded, replace them, because there's a good chance that failure could occur. If the fixings are corroded, they could snap. You could have all sorts of problems there, and it could in fact be quite dangerous. And if you do find yourself having to replace the spring or the strut or both, it is definitely good practice to replace the top mount and bearing. There's a lot of effort involved in getting the strut off the car, disassembling it, reassembling it, putting it back. For what these cost, it's not worth skimping, and it will also ensure maximum life out of your springs and shock combination. If you got value from this video, please consider showing your support with a thanks, a like or a comment, and I shall see you next time.